Hello and welcome to the Datsun 510 front lower control arm installation video. First thing we're gonna make sure we got everything. We have the pair of control arms, pair of the scallop tubes, the U-brackets, the step washers, and the sway bar links. Now, if you order the dust boots, these are gonna come not installed, but you just had to slip them over the rotational heim joints. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 dust boots to go on this kit. But since this customer didn't install it, we don't need to do that. Now, we're gonna make sure we have the hardware sheet. We have 2 of these hex head bolts. We have 2 nylon lock nuts, 2 of these washers, 2 of the socket head large bolts, 4 more larger nylon lock nuts, 2 more of those larger washers. Then you have 2 carriage bolts, 2 small nylon lock nuts, 2 small washers, 2 oversized washers, 2 thick washers, and 4 smaller thick washers. And you have 2 small socket head bolts, as well as 2 of these misalignment spacers, the smaller ones, and you have 2 of the larger misalignment spacers. Once you have that, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of pre-installation, so it makes it a little easier to get these onto the car. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install the scallop tube to the front lower control arm. You're gonna grab your socket head bolt, the larger one, you're gonna put that through, followed by the washer and one of these nuts. And we're just gonna hand tighten it like that. From there, we're gonna go ahead and install the mount to the U-bracket. You're gonna have 2 of the smaller high misalignment spacers, and then we're gonna first, before we install that, we're gonna put the carriage bolt through, install it onto the misalignment spacers, followed by one of the hex bolts, 1 washer, go ahead and slide that through, followed by another washer on the other side, and another one of these nylon lock nuts. After that, you're gonna follow this up with one of the thick washers, and one of the step washers, followed by an oversized 5/8 washer and another nylon lock nut bolt. Now, the chassis of the car is gonna go in between these 2. Here you can see you got the step washer and the oversized washer. So next we're gonna install the sway bar link. You're gonna grab the smaller socket head bolts, slide your sway bar link inside of there, align the holes up, followed by the washer and nylon lock nut. Now, I'm not tightening anything of this down. We're just gonna wait until we get onto the car. And then finally, back here, followed by the heim joint that goes to the cross member, you're gonna use the larger high misalignment spacers, just like that. Now, we do also supply these thick washers, so then you're able to make some adjustments if you want them all to one side, all to the other side, split down the middle, whatever have you. You do have that for that ease of adjustment. We're not gonna install that because first we can't. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side, and then we're gonna go to the car. So to remove the front control arm from the factory crossmember, you would just simply unbolt the nut that holds the control arm. You'll remove the 2 knuckle bolts, and then you will be able to remove the cotter pin, as well as the nut that holds the ball joint, and you can remove the nut that holds the tension arm, and the control arm would eventually release. Now, because this customer is opting for our full front suspension kit, we're going to end up dropping from the knuckle all the way over to the knuckle to the other side, the entire front suspension altogether. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our control arm pre-installed, and it's gonna be this swivel end. It's gonna go onto the cross member. Now, if you have the factory cross member, this also works the same way, but he has our Apex one, so we can just install this like so, and then have this like there. Now, we do offer these 9/16 shims in case you want to space these out or move this, slide it over. But usually for better caster, having it up front is completely fine. Next, we're gonna go ahead and install the tension arm. I'm gonna loosen up the nut. Remove the washer. We're gonna reinstall the nut in this orientation, and then reinstall with the washer and the nut on the other side. And that will pretty much have the installation. We're gonna go ahead and torque the suspension down, and we'll go over the torque values here in a second. So then you'll have your control arm installed. You'll see here you get ease of adjustment by adjusting this one way, versus the other way, you have ample caster adjustment. You also have multiple holes here and for your sway bar for track adjustment. By simply turning this one way, you can adjust the track length. Now, installing the ball joint, you can just use the factory procedure, but because this customer is also gonna be running a full Apex front end, we're not gonna go ahead and install this. And same thing with the sway bar, you would loosen up this bolt and install that sway bar, but we're gonna do that at the end because this customer is gonna go with the full Apex kit. Now, for torque specs, you're gonna wanna torque this to 20 to 25 foot-pounds, the bolt right here to 20 to 25 foot-pounds, and the nylon back there, 20 to 25 foot-pounds. If you're running the Apex crossmember, you can torque that to 20 foot-pounds. If you're running the factory crossmember, you can torque that to the factory spec. And the same thing with the ball joint, you can torque that to factory spec. If you have any questions or concerns, shoot us a call or give us an email.